Next they touch the charcoal fire and they think, oh, charcoal fire will burn. Next they touch the matchstick fire and understand matchstick fire will burn. By the time they understand, touching every fire, that all fire will burn, their body will be ready to be burnt.
Okay.
They end up their life. So this is the one way of learning. This is what I call experience. One by one, you understand. The other thing, the other group of people, just by touching one fire, they understand all fire will burn.
Okay.
So this is what I call enlightenment. Anubhuti. So Anubhava, you need age. The more aged, you know how many number of fires will burn. But Anubhuti is intelligence. It's enlightenment. In one glimpse, you understand what is the reality. So to have experience, you need age. To have intelligence, you don't need age. Actually, to have more intelligence, it is possible for the young people because they are more open, more curious, or more doubtful. Because doubt is the torch to intelligence. Doubt is the torch to intelligence. More you start believing, more you become dumb. Doubt is alive. Your search is alive when you are young. So I feel there is more possibility for younger generation, the young people, to become enlightened, to become intelligent. Because their doubt is alive. The more you become old, you start believing more in the conventions, the traditions. You stop doubting. The more you doubt, more you become intelligent.
In terms of awareness of enlightenment, is it something that's personal? Is it something that came from you, or is it something that others recognized in you?
First thing, when experience happens, it happens only as a personal experience. But when expression happens, people recognize. Expression happens means when the enlightenment happens, you start radiating love, bliss. You start radiating intelligence, wisdom. So naturally, the expression is recognized by the others. His presence itself gives a soothing effect, sort of a joy, sort of a relaxed mood, and it heals your psychological pains, emotional injuries, many times even the physical diseases. So, when the expression happens, people start recognizing. It is both. As an experience, it is totally personal. As an expression, anybody who comes near, they recognize.
When did this first happen to you?
If you want to see the turning point, my turning towards this experience, it happened when I was 12. And the journey has ended when I was 22. When I was 22, January 1st, it was 2000 January 1st. That's the night I had my first and deepest experience of no mind state, or utterly relaxed. Nowhere to go, nothing to reach, nothing to be achieved, no more doubts, just a peaceful, wonderful, ecstatic feeling. So that started in expressing in many different ways, through physical healing, emotional healing, mental healing of others, because energy is infectious. Einstein says, we are not islands as we think. Einstein very clearly proves there is nothing called matter exists in the planet Earth at all. Whatever exists is energy. If it is a grass energy, you call it matter. If it's a subtle matter, you call it energy. So, when you start expressing, naturally, people recognize it.
what would be the barriers that would prevent people from recognizing? Or are there?
Maybe total negative attitude is the only thing which can prevent people from recognizing. There are two things. Collecting arguments and giving judgment. Having judgment and collecting arguments for your judgment. If somebody is already prejudiced and he has got clear judgment and he doesn't want to change, he just wants some arguments to support his judgment, then he can't recognize. But if he is having a real doubt, the doubt of a scientist, when a hypothesis is presented, scientist has got his own doubt, but his doubt is open. His doubt is something like trying to experiment. When you have the doubt with which you want to experiment, you will always understand. Neither faith nor negativity. If you have deep faith also, you will not explore. You will have the negative approach also, you will not explore. I expect the open mind, a doubt of a scientist to explore, to see what it is. Just a little bit of courage is more than enough to recognize or understand. Neither faith nor negative approach. Just an open mind, a inquisitiveness, a seeking, a doubt, what it is, let me see. Let me just see. Let me have a little bit of courage to practice one or two techniques or play with one or two techniques. That's more than enough.
Is there a constant in terms of once you have reached enlightenment, is there any jeopardy of
falling back? No, there is no falling back, because the whatever can pull you back, everything gets burnt away. So there is no falling back. It is just a state or experience in which you are dissolving. So there is no question of falling back. It is just an eternal experience.
Is enlightenment for one person the same as enlightenment for another person, even though it's achieved on a personal level?
As an experience, it is one and the same. What experienced by Buddha, Jesus, Muhammad, Rama, Krishna, as an experience, this is all one and the same. Rama, Krishna, Buddha, Jesus, Allah, Jesus or Muhammad or Jagatguru, all these guys. Experience, as an experience, it is one and the same. But as an expression, they express in a different way. Buddha expresses in more silent and meditative way. Krishna expresses more like a joyful dancing way. Jesus expresses in a way of discourses and in a way of teachings. So each one has got their own way of expression. Expressions are different, but experience is one and the same.
Is it more important, and that's kind of a value judgment, but is it more important to have the first awareness that you're trying to achieve enlightenment, or is it when you are at the point where you're close to actually achieving it?
What do you, please pardon me?
Okay. What do you think is the bigger turning point? Your first awareness that you should be on the path to enlightenment, or that you are close to approaching it?
Oh, you are asking whether the real turning point is a starting or ending.
Okay.
Starting or ending, am I right?
Yes.
See, one thing, the right starting itself is off. If you start rightly, our job is over. So a right starting is what is the real turning point, according to me. Once you are on the right highway and you are driving, you know for sure you will reach the goal.
Okay.
So the right turn is the main thing. Not even traveling, right starting is the main thing according to me. Because the right starting itself shows that you are already on the move. You are already on the path. Either today or tomorrow you are going to achieve. It is only the small time. So according to me, the right beginning is the right thing. Then naturally you will reach. So I always tell people, arise, awake, stop, the goal is reached. Start in a right way, and then stop. You are already in the goal.
Okay. Is what are there signs that you would see from people who would be the first time
Okay.
comers to
The
your session?
sign is, as far as the inner world concerned, they will experience such a deep fulfillment, such a deep overflowing feeling. They will feel the life is too much showering on them. They will feel such a deep ecstasy. This is the first experience with which they can verify whether they are on the right path. The expression will be love, compassion and bliss. So if a man takes on this path, two things will happen. He will start feeling deep bliss and he will start radiating the same bliss.
But you wouldn't expect most people overnight to change all of their habits and ways, would you?
One thing, a small understanding, overnight is too much to change the habits.
Okay.
Because when you know it is your habit, when you know it is a conditioning, why can't we drop it? The very word shows habit or conditioning means we are created. So when we are created, we have all intelligence, power to drop it. When you say the part which you are holding in your hand is hot and it is burning you, why can't you drop it? So according to my experience, we have enough of intelligence. In India, they use a sort of a net or a trap to catch the monkeys. It will be nothing. There will be a rope. In the end of the rope, the sweet will be tied. The monkey catches that sweet. The moment it catches the sweet, the hunter will start pulling the rope. If the monkey lets go the sweet, immediately it will escape. It is free. Nobody is catching him. Nobody is binding him. But he will never let go the sweet. He will catch and try to escape. Catch and try to escape. By the time he catches and tries to escape, hunter will catch the monkey. So it is nobody who is keeping us in bondage. It is just our own desires which keeps us in bondage. We have freedom to be in bondage. It is out of our freedom we are in bondage. Just you let go, you are free. So according to me, overnight is too much time to go to transform or to experience the bliss.